Yes, very good evening, friends. Welcome to Kishan's Cases Education YouTube channel. So, welcome to e-governance, electronic governance through Twitter, social media platform. So, this information is basically related to MyGov.in and PIB, Press Information Bureau, which are Twitter handles, and I retrieve this information, this lecture information from those Twitter handles, MyGov and PIB. This is genuine and a user information to all the people of India, especially the people who are preparing for competitive exams and people who are availing the benefits of government and the people who are curious about to know the governance practices of India and as well as other state governments here. So we are this lecture starts with information regarding Ministry of Culture. So this information, yeah, here the Ministry of Culture Twitter handle has mentioned information about Sanchi Stupa. So here the Sanchi in Raisin district of Madhya Pradesh has a singular distinction of having remarkable, specimens of Buddhist art. So here in this mentioned here, this um, the Sanchi town, which was located about 46 kilometers northeast of Bhopal city of Madhya Pradesh. And it is known for a Sanchi Stupas. The place Sanchi town is known for Sanchi Stupas. It's a location of several Buddhist monuments dating from 3rd century BC and to 12th CE, and it is one of important place of Buddhist pilgrimages. So it's a highlighted Ashoka period. Sorry. Next, this information regarding the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So this information is mentioned about the rhinos. Though rhinoceros is found, the one-horned rhinoceros are found in India, Nepal, as well as in Bhutan. Approximately 75% of the entire population of greater one-horned rhinoceros occurs in India in the 3 states. Those states are Assam, Uttar Pradesh, and West Bengal. So this information is highlighted by hashtag World Rhinos Day and Save Rhinos. So in India, the important habitat for rhinos is Kaziranga National Park, which is there in Assam. Thank you. The next information, which is related to Ministry of Education, which is mentioned by Twitter handle @Minister of India. So under this, here mentioned, under visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, the Indian Institutes of Information Technology Laws Amendment Bill 2020 has been passed in the Rajya Sabha yesterday. So here, the bill seeks to declare 5 Indian Institutes of Information Technology, IIIT simply, set up under the public-private partnership mode in Surat, Bhopal, Bhagalpur, Agartala, and Raichur as institutions of national importance. Currently, these institutions are registered as a societies under the Society Registration Act 1860. So, and do not have the power to grant degrees and diplomas. On being declared institutions of national importance, these 5 institutions will be granted power to grant degrees. So, this is information related to this new amendment. Yes. This information regarding Ministry of Women and Child Development, Government of India. So in this Ministry of Women and Child Development Twitter handle mentioned that soya mixed chidwa, it is a recipe and a food item, is highly in protein and carbohydrates, which helps in weight gain of babies. Try out this quick recipe, a rice dish with all wholesome nutrition. This information is highlighted by Local for Portion and Portion Mark 2020 as well as Portion Abhiyan. So this information is mentioned and I mean, putting awareness about Poshan Abhiyan scheme in the minds of rural people as well as the urban, especially in women's and who taking care about their children as well as lactating women as well. Thank you. And this information regarding PIB India, Press Information Bureau of India. So this information is regarding the DRDO, so Defense Research and Development Organization. So it conducts the successful flight test of Abhyas high-speed expendable aerial target from ITR Balaso. Two demonstrator vehicles were successfully test flown. The vehicle can be used to target for evaluation of various missile systems. So if you want to know about detailed information about this testing of Abhyas high-speed exponable aerial target, please go through the below mentioned link. Thank you very much. So here the information regarding Gandhi mentioned by MyGout India Twitter handle, the ICWA. ICWA is nothing but Indian Council of World Affairs invites you, me, ye, all the people of India to attend the webinar on Gandhi and world to be held on October 1st and 2nd, 2020. Along with scholars from 14 countries and India, Honorable Vice President of India, Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu, will also deliver the valedictory address. So please, if you want to register, if you want to participate in the webinar which is conducted by Indian Council of World Affairs, please go to the registration link which is mentioned icwa.in. Here, please go and register yourself and get into about information regarding this webinar. And this information regarding Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, he mentioned that he mentioned information by Secretary of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Durga Shankar Mishra. Chartered bike in Bhopal Smart City is India's first bike sharing service. By choosing a bike for short distance commute, citizens can beat traffic, reduce pollution, and remain healthy. 500 lightweight modern bikes are available in closely spaced network of semi-automated stations. So this, I mean, information is taken under the aegis of SDG goals, Sustainable Development Goals. Thank you. And next information, International Monetary Fund news. So the International Monetary Fund latest research study shows that here the digital finance is associated with higher GDP growth and financial inclusion. It is a welcoming step and a good step to all the governments in the world, and it could therefore play an important role in mitigating the economic and social impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. So here, if you want to know the detailed information about this research finding, so how this digital finance is associated with higher GDP growth and also mitigating the economic social menace of COVID-19, please go through this below link imf.org, and you can find the detailed information about this information. This is highlighted by hashtag FinTech. Thank you. And this information regarding Press Information Bureau. Information is about Department of Space. So here the mentioned information regarding that InSpace program, the Indian Space Promotion and Authorization Center, InSpace program. So here the InSpace will facilitate and support a private sector in the following ways. What are the ways we have to see? Provide technical support, share cash incentive facilities, allow the establish temporary facilities in DOA's premises, and allow the bid for requirements coming from NSIL. This NSIL, it is a private commercial wing of ISRO, and partner in science and space exploration missions. InSpace is the institutional and regulatory mechanism established by the government to facilitate greater private participation. Financial provisions are not covered under this mechanism. Private players can participate in InSpace in the following activities: building satellites, building launch vehicles, carry out launches, develop applications and provide space-based services, develops subsystems and systems for space sector activities. And then this information published by PIB India. Here, Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan chairs Arogya Manthan on second anniversary of Ayushman Bharat scheme, that is the PMJ, Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. The PMJ scheme has provided free treatment to more than 1.26 crore beneficiaries since its launch in September 2018. If you want to go through the detailed information about this information regarding the PMJ scheme, please go through the pib.gov.in press release. So next information. So yesterday on 22nd September 2020, it is a remarkable in the history of Lok Sabha. The Lok Sabha has passed three historical and path-breaking labor codes in the New India. So here, this information mentioned by Ministry of Labor and Employment. Here, what are the three labor codes here is the first code is Industrial Relations Code Bill 2020. Second is Code on Social Security Bill 2020 and Occupational Safety and Health Working Conditions Code Bill 2020. As the government seeks to amalgamate 44 central labor acts into these four codes towards the simplifying the labor laws in India. So, and also improve the ease of doing business as well as ease of doing ranking of India. The code on wages, which had proposed the universalization of minimum wages, was declared by Parliament last year. And in this information regarding Labor and Employment Ministry, so setting up Social Security Fund for 40 crore unorganized workers along with gig workers and platform workers and will help universal social security. This information is related to new labor code. So here, gig workers and platform workers. Gig workers or, I mean, those workers, they don't have the organized platform. So for example, if you take the people who are, I mean, serving food in online web, online digital platforms like Swiggy, and we have so like that, and even Uber drivers, like those will come under gig workers. And platform workers also, the based on internet platforms, they go and get the employment for hours per days, those not mentioned under the organized platform of laws in India, just they recognized under the unorganized workers. So because of those benefits, gig workers as well as platform workers, the government is going to set up social security fund, so under new code. Thank you. So this information related to Essential Commodities Amendment Bill 2020. Yesterday on 22nd September 2020, the Parliament has passed the Essential Commodities Amendment Bill 2020. So the basic features, the salient features of this bill are cereals, pulses, oilseeds, edible oils, onions, and potatoes removed from the list of essential commodities. So this bill will attract private sector foreign direct investment, and it will safeguard the interest of consumers in situations such as war, famine, and extraordinary price rise and natural calamity, etc. And this bill will help drive up investments in cold storages and modernization of food supply chain. And this bill is going to bring in price stability and prevent wastage of agri-produce that happens due to lack of shortage facilities. And this is going to create a positive environment for farmers, consumers, and investors and other stakeholders. And it will strengthen the overall supply chain mechanism for the agriculture sector in India. And this bill will help to achieve the government's promise to double the farmers' income. Thank you very much for patient listening. And please share, comment, and give me a boost to create more and more videos in the future. Thank you very much.